I know you've heard me say this before, but I can genuinely say I have never seen anything like this. Hello and welcome everybody. Josh RV Nerd of Bish's RV back down here catching another Imperium from Axiom RV. In case you hadn't heard, this is the newest manufacturer on the block basically, and they have completely written their own rule set. They are ignoring the industry standard common way of doing things, and they're creating their own system solutions, floor plans, and everything. And you're either gonna look at this and go, wow, this is the future, or you're gonna go, this is insanity. But either way, it is fun to look at. So what are we looking at here? This big beast of a unit right here. We have a rear patio, a bedroom balcony, but that doesn't even begin to describe it. The kitchen living room experience in this is second to none. It's a literal walk up, place your order, kitchen pass through to the rear patio window. It has its own little mini fridge out the back so you can keep the bottled water and the barley pop out there and not have to track dirt through everything. But upstairs, the moment you walk into the bedroom, you realize this is not just another RV bedroom. This is a true luxury suite. The bedroom and bathroom itself feels like a luxury getaway destination Hawaii vacation hotel room or some crazy nonsense like that, like you're staying at the Four Seasons. It's an experience you have to check out for sure. This is a bath and a half model, so you have a second half bath for traveling or for the guests and unwashed masses. These things it has an optional basically belly mount generator, so you can maintain the huge front storage up here, which has the option of having this little ramp in case you just want to roll e-bikes up this thing. They're running mini split ACs. They literally are using steel in the walls instead of aluminum, which sounds crazy, but hang with me and I'll explain more about it. And if you like what we're doing here for you, hit that subscribe button and let me know what you think about this as we go. And just because we have this awesome opportunity with the way they set up, it's a rear patio. No, it's not a toy hauler. It's just it's like a rear patio, walk up, place your order, like the old school McDonald's where you walked up and place your order. We've also got, again, Dad's medicine cabinet down here for the bottled water and the barley pop. That is a 110 fridge, but it is hooked up to the RV's 2,000 watt inverter that can run both refrigerators in transit. So, you have that kind of capacity as well. Now it shuts, it has a key lock. As far as I can see, if you wanted to leave the patio down for light weather, you would be okay, but we do have some kind of wooden wall paneling here. So if it's really going to come down, I really would recommend closing this up, guys. I don't want you to end up water damaging this whole thing back here. It would just be better to close that up. But working our way through here, I mean, first of all, what opportunity or what RV gives you the opportunity to literally just peek in the back door like this? Just how fun and how cool is that? Working our way up through here though, this is a living experience. They went with some of the tallest, biggest slides in a max width wide body rig. They just opened it up, and this thing has every seating solution possible. We have bar seating, we have dinette seating, we have 2 different theater seat sofas with a total of 7 theater recliners. That's insane. So if you're looking for more of just a residential open experience in an RV application, you have that here. But if you're also looking to entertain some friends and have that game day bucket go boom draft thing for your next fantasy league or whatever, you have that capacity here too. You know what's really funny? You sit around with a bunch of spreadsheets and you talk about throwing fireballs at dragons, and it's called Dungeons and Dragons, and everyone calls you nerds. You sit around with a bunch of spreadsheets and you talk about a quarterback throwing balls, and it's fantasy football. And one's okay and one isn't. Somebody please explain this to me. I'm not bitter that I didn't get invited to the fantasy league. Doesn't show. Anyway, it's crazy because that's a 65-inch smart TV Jumbotron Megatainment Center. But this RV is so massive and over the top, that it just looks like a normal TV, but it's anything but. Also anything but normal is their cooling system. This highly efficient mini split air system that they're running here. It means that you do not have roof-mounted air conditioners. It allows them to have a taller roof than anyone else could generally hope to have. And what that can do is it also means fewer seals, fewer cuts, fewer points in the roof system that need sealing. They don't have skylights for the bathroom. They don't do roof vent fans. They do side mount vent fans. They're doing everything they can to engineer the warranty out of the... Hello?
Can I get a double bacon with cheese? A liter of cola?
A double bacon with cheese and a liter of cola. Just get a large farva. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. John Jones of Axiom RV ordering a double bacon with cheese and a large and a liter of cola. The large farva. If you've never seen Super Troopers, maybe we shouldn't be friends. You know they're making a third one?
I love it.
They're making a third one.
Keep it going.
I hope they make them till they die. They could make the same movies over and over. I heard they were making a sequel to the Goonies as well. I know. Anyway, moving. Thank you. Moving on from here. I love the people that they just have fun. God forbid camping is about fun. Why does that get forgotten so often? I double bacon with cheese and a liter of cola. He freaking got me. I wasn't expecting that. That was well played, John Jones of Axiom RV. The lighting. You see the crazy color lighting here above the slides. You can change that to like any color of the rainbow effectively. And you could also just turn it off if you felt so inclined. This table, it's nice, but it's just a table and a couple chairs. There's so many more interesting things in the RV to me that it just doesn't knock my socks off the way that everything else tends to do, you know? Oh, I'm going to have to get you a little bit closer over there because that's some huge storage. The ceiling of this is redonkulously tall. Again, because they don't have air conditioners, they could go taller ceiling, which means way more headroom in the upper deck. Sorry, I don't mean to shout, but I see the same crap all day, every day. When I get to see something different, it just kind of, it's like, oh, finally, something that stimulates my nerdy brain. This is massive. Oh, look at this. This is just storage for days in this thing over here. Now, again, we are in a prototype, so sometimes you're going to see little paneling where they're still figuring stuff out. That'll get cleaned up when it goes into production. Don't have a heart attack. Oh, wow, that is high. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I have a 6-foot vertical leap, but yeah, that's up there. You know, I'm over 6 foot tall, plus reaching my long gangly arms up there. That's up there. That's the plus and the minus of them going crazy tall ceiling and using all of it wherever they could, like taller slides, is it means some of that storage is not super easy to get to, but they just didn't waste the opportunity, you know? Yeah, it might not be the easiest storage to get to, so you don't put your everyday access stuff in there. This I thought was kind of a cool little thing. I don't know. Now, at first, I was afraid these drawers were going to open too far to hit the fridge, but apparently they thought of that. Just you better make sure those drawers are closed before you open or close the slide, because if they start getting to a shoving match, you're going to lose. GE profile appliances all the way around. So just a little higher grade of appliances. They're a factory standard dishwasher in all of these Imperiums and Vendetta Axioms as well. And all solid surface countertops also. Kitchen, bathroom, all the places, just all solid surface. Every stuff, every time. Oh, good Lord, where do I even go next? There's a lot to cover in this thing. Again, you've got quadruple party recliners over here. Now, keep in mind, these two chairs, only one of you can kick back and recline at a time. And they're not sleeper sofas. But look how long they are. So if you wanted one person to just lay across it, you absolutely could do that and have like a little bit of a lazy day snooze fest. Now, in my previous videos, I mentioned this, but I didn't display it. This is like a lift up, lower down, gas strutted base kind of picnic table thing with 4 stools below it. It's free floating technically. You can take it outside. You could get rid of it. You could take it out on the patio. Ooh, it would be really cool as a bistro set out on the patio. I will say, though, it's fairly heavy. Is it mobile? Yes, but it's made out of steel. It's a 2-person job. Don't blow your back out trying to move it. And just to help you kind of complete the visual, I put it in the up position for you real quick. Now, again, it's totally free floating. If you feel like it's too much clutter, you can move it. I also forgot this thing comes with this thumping JBL portable, I don't want to call it portable Bluetooth speaker. I'm going to call it portable audio entertainment system. That's interesting to me. I think personally, I like that more than an integrated stereo system in an RV. This I also thought was interesting because this is a bath and a half model. Now, the audio might get a little funky here. I'm doing a go-go gadget arms extension thing, but there's a little mini loft thing up here. And I get that this camera work is not awesome. I can barely see what I'm doing. It would probably just be cargo space for most people. It's definitely not a sleeper. It might be a cat sleeper, but that's all I could potentially imagine in there. I was having a conversation with a fellow named AJ Jones. He's founder and president of Axiom RV. And I said, you know, AJ, one of the problems with going 100 miles an hour the whole time in your RV is when there's a spot where you back off the gas pedal for just a second, like this half bath, you feel, it's not like there's anything wrong with it. Frankly, it's a quite spacious half bath. Welcome, by the way. And with the loft above, you're like, well, how do you get ventilation? You have a sidewall fart fan instead of a ceiling mount fart chimney. So, there you go. But look at this. Even this is still solid surface counters all the way through. And let me back up a little bit. The space around the toilet was fine. I didn't have any problems with this, even at my size. Did just fine. But it is, to me, it's just a lot of blank wall paneling. I don't know what they need to do, but compared to everything else that is just so frickin' loaded with stuff to look at, it just kind of felt slightly underwhelming to me. But then we get up here, and there is nothing underwhelming about this upper deck experience. You have this, your very own dedicated bedroom balcony with armless Girard sunshade awning, mind you, by the way. And as far as I know, I think Genesis Toy Haulers kind of did something like this, but it was just a traditional toy hauler patio. This is a power lift, self-deploying balcony. You see the little cable system on the side there. It is literally on a 12-volt powered pulley system. And the thing that I like about it is that when this closes, you don't completely lose the benefit of the wall because of that clear glass right down there. Right now, it's obviously just a gigantic campsite, amazing view. But if you push the button and close it up, well, hey, it's a video. Why tell you about it when I can show you? Now, you're also probably hearing it. It's fairly noisy. It's not like it's deafening loud by any stretch of the imagination, but you definitely know when it's operating. And yeah, that's all there is to it. But what I like, again, we still have a window. When we close this up, we haven't lost all of the effects. So if you had a window in your bedroom, you probably wouldn't even flinch. But now it can be more. Another thing too, you're like, yeah, but what if I want privacy in my bedroom? That big window has a built-in privacy shade. So no matter what, you're good to go. I'm actually going to spin you around, and we're going to look toward the back of the RV, because I think aesthetically, the visual here, I think is just very cool. You've got this corner mount entertainment center, TV pivots, by the way, so you can really direct view. Again, another standalone mini split system right here. You've got your RV king bed over here with a power incliner system in case you want to sit up and read a book or just elevate your head slightly a little bit. Maybe you have someone who snores in your household or something like that. I don't know. I don't know your life. Kind of like we talked about the half bath. Up here in the main bathroom, this little, the water closet, as it were, felt a little underwhelming to me. Again, it does what it needs to do. And again, this is early in the prototype phase. They're probably going to dress and press this up. The space around the toilet was fine, But like, yeah, I need some shelves for toilet paper or I need something in here a little bit. But I think they'll get that solved. That they'll get the idea there. This bathroom is unlike anything I've seen. And maybe there's some other RV like this out there. I don't know. I don't see every single RV in the entire industry. I do also want to mention, this is all one monster, super deep upper deck super slide. So you see how deep that wall is? That's how deep all of that is. Because you might look at this and go, yeah, but where's my freaking closet? It's all over the place. It's huge. And give me a minute and I'll get it opened up for you. But this bathroom is wacky. First of all, the amount of floor space in here is insane. And again, because they went with the mini split ACs and it allowed them extra overhead clearance. Look at the upper deck height in this. I'm up here in the bathroom. I'm in the tallest part of the RV. I'm a little over 6 foot tall. Buddy, I don't know how big that is. It's got to be at least 7 feet. It's awesome. We also have, as far as I know, the largest front windshield in this class. This is one of the only options available on this RV. The washer dryer, it's going to be set and prepped and ready for it, but those are available. Here's something else that just hit me. I just realized this is a double sink and double medicine cabinet. I'm normally not a fan of double sink RVs because most of the time they put the sinks exactly right next to each other where they can't be used whatsoever. But that's not what they did here. This might be one of the first bathrooms I've ever seen where I think two people could actually simultaneously occupy and use this thing. And you know what else I'm wondering? With the mirror directly across from a mirror effect, I can sit here and be like, okay, so a lot of you have been asking about my hair care routine. So the first thing I do is I take a bunch of hairspray and I light a match and I burn my face off. Or, you know, whatever. RV nerd makeup tutorials are probably not going to become a thing very quickly. I don't know. Then again, that kind of busted humor would probably read really well on TikTok. I don't know. I have a TikTok channel. I don't know. I'm not I don't even know what I am. This shower, though, when I glanced, I was like, oh, God, they're going to put a radius shower in this thing. They didn't. They put a square, an actual square shower in here. It's very different. I really appreciate the shelves to keep some body washes and some things over here. I think that is kind of a clutch detail for them right there. Now, if this works like a couple of the other ones that I've seen, closing this up for road mode takes a bit of doing. All right, slides closed, road mode. Obviously, you want to close the balcony before you go traveling. I just left that open. Big question for me. Can I get to the front bathroom? Well, you know, now that I think about it, this is a bath and a half model. So instead of climbing over the bed to get up there, which you could, they're building with a different kind of slide system. Yeah, it's a slim rack system, but their slide structure is just beefier than industry standard. So you would actually be able to climb over that. That slide touched the TV. That's interesting. All right. Maybe it just didn't get strapped down the way it was supposed to. So we have our half bath over here for traveling. And you may also notice this slide is not closed. Well, this, again, I've said it 100 times already. I'll say it 101. It is a prototype. And what they found is that the slide fascia does not clear the cabinet door handle. They're going to be changing some hardware to avoid that conflict. But when this slide closes, it will come right up to that kitchen peninsula. So it will pretty much block you from getting to anything except the half bath and the control panel to open it up. Okay, so if we're going to talk towing here, I don't think we need to mince a lot of words. You need a dually, and I'm not going to personally recommend anything less than that. This is a beast. Now, where you see the white skirting on this, you have the option of blacking it all out. They have what they call their midnight package or something like that. But if you want a stealth bomber look, that is available. And really, there's not a lot of options available on this, only a couple key ones. One of the more interesting newer things that I see them offering here, though, is they have an optional front, MORryde cargo tray, but they just came up with this concept right here, basically a front mini ramp And what I thought as an e-bike owner is if I could maybe run some e-bikes up and stow some stuff in there, that could be cool. I don't know. Maybe it's completely pointless. I'm not sure. I would love to hear your 2 cents on it. Now, they are by default running with a very nice ride and handling package. You've got the Kurt Helix pin box system with a matching TCS touring coil spring suspension package, which basically is the same thing as what you're looking at there on the pin box. Now, I don't have the weights and measures available to me yet at the time that I'm recording this. Hopefully we've got them on screen. This is a prototype model. This has only been made for a couple days and it hasn't gone into production yet. They're looking at this video to try to get feedback before they do that. One of the concerns I have is something this big on a dual axle, I'm afraid will have insufficient cargo capacity. I don't know if that's true or not. That's just a general fear that I have. But if that happens, they've already said they will take this thing tri-axle if they need to. Now, these baggage doors right here, they were literally just installed and they will have struts to hold themselves open. But in the meantime, they don't yet have that Bob Seger strut applied. So I got crafty. I shoved a chair under it, and it worked. Very respectable pass-through capacity on here. Now, up in this front area, they give you easy access to a lot of your system-type things. TPMS prepped, by the way. You've also got all your disconnects right there, and your controller for your outside lighting package, which it's easy to miss. Oops, sorry, I bumped the camera. But you can see the little orange glow. Ooh, that is flickering like a fireplace. I am so sorry. I didn't mean to trigger anybody with that if you're light sensitive. What was I gonna say? Oh, cool thing about that, like it's multicolor. You can make it do the like disco strobe patterns and all that crap. You can make it blue or purple or any color you please. But the moment you plug it into your truck, it will revert instantly to DOT orange. And when you flip on your turn signals, the entire belt light line becomes a turn signal. It's safety on steroids, basically. And along with that, we have H-rated radials. I already mentioned the better suspension package. We also have anti-lock brakes and electronic anti-sway. And what's cool about all of that is it all does all the work so you don't have to. It's like scrubbing bubbles. They do the work so you don't have to. All you got to do is put the stupid thing in drive and tow it down the road with a very large truck. Now, you can see the little flag dangling down there. There's a gas grill quick connect down there as well. Notice the Girard armless awnings as well. If they didn't do that, they would not be able to give you quite as large of an awning. Now, being fair though, you can see I deployed the awnings here for good reason, because the slides on this floor plan are eating up some of the awning space. So never let it said that I'm being unfair. I am doing my best to be very realistic about this thing. Now, if you look back here, you're seeing something not normal in the industry. You see a rear generator exhaust and basically a belly basement mount generator. And they do that on this standard so that you can maintain that large front storage area. It's very different, I get it, but it keeps it out of the way and it maximizes the use and function of the RV. Holy cow, there's a lot to talk about. Let's talk about the construction of this thing. So I mentioned something when the video began. They are not using aluminum in their sidewall lamination. They are literally steel beam sidewalls. I have no personal testing of this. What they are saying is it has tested to like 72 or 78% stronger than an aluminum frame sidewall. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm repeating what's been said to me, so make up your own mind about that. My first question is, steel corrodes. Is that going to be a problem? A couple things. First of all, it's glued and sealed and laminated into a wall that organically keeps it away from a lot of potential moisture and whatnot. They are running double Asdel, which is already a more water repellent solution. And it's a low alloy steel with an anti-corrosion additive applied to it. Is it possible it could be a problem? Maybe. being real. I don't know. Have they thought about it and done some things to prevent that? Yes. How well does it work? Nobody knows. It's brand new. No one's done this. So again, just being real. And I get that that sounds very scary, but I'm not going to make up something you want to hear and just bury my integrity doing it. Now, your underbelly, of course, is enclosed. You have that radiant barrier going on. But like with the mini split system, they're not force air ducting furnace into the basement. Thankfully, though, they are providing you with holding tank heat pads on all your holding tanks to give you that more extended season protection and capability. And if you think about it, a forced air heated basement is only working when the furnace is on. When you turn the furnace off, it quits protecting your basement. That's literally the reason Rockwood does not force air heat their bellies. They only use thermostatic heat pads. So, forgetting this is a new Axiom, I would love to hear from previous Rockwood owners who have done some cold camping, or Flagstaff, because that's the same thing. What has your experience been with them? So there you go, everybody. This is not for everyone. This will not be their top volume mover. Maybe it will be. I don't know. I'm not guessing just because of the size, but dude, if you were just gonna park something somewhere, wow, that's probably the best way to say it. So thanks again for tuning in. I'll drop you links, as I always do, in the video description for pricing and availability. And short of that, man, have some fun. Have a great day. I forgot my own ending. I was just so rocked by this. I forgot how I wrap up my own videos. I forgot my own stupid tagline, and I made it up.